Okay, so it is the month of December, and the month of December means that there is a special Christmas event going on in PSO. So we're going to be exploring a couple different quests unique to the game, I think, over the course of the sessions. I think today, I'm trying to think what would make the most sense. I think we'll stick to the chat-created character for today, but we're definitely going to be mixing it up with who I have, because I have characters of basically every level, and I have one of every single character class in the game. They're all at pretty much endgame. I can show off basically anything. But I think for now, what we'll end up doing is I'll probably request Chris to play as his raw cast. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to hopefully see if we could get the Christmas Rappy. I want to get that on stream at some point. I have not seen it more than once, I think. It is a rare enemy that only appears during this event. But we're going to try to fish for it. Hopefully the game will reward us with our patience, but we'll see what happens. So, only one way to find out, chat. So let's get into the game. He just goes Rappy. Love it. Rappies are quite something, I will say. Oh, I did a very silly thing. This will not cost me a lot of time. I need to remember, I have custom mapping for the game. So if I don't enable the custom mapping, I'm not able to progress. I think I need to restart. How unfortunate. Yeah, it's not gonna let me do it. Take two, chat. I have to remember to turn that on before I start the game up. What a shame. So close. You will disappear due to the madness Rappies have inflicted upon you. They're not too bad in this game. Poor Ping, though. Hopefully we're not having a technical issue here. Hopefully it will behave properly. So the reason I'm able to tell that something is not working because the commands to hit enter are different on this controller. It is really not going to let me do it, is it? Oh, chat. All because I started this up too early. I got punished. Will this... Oh, I don't want to delete the character. Okay, it's gonna behave itself. Okay, we fixed it. So, yeah, just sometimes when you boot up the game and you tell it to have... You overwrite the standard controller controls, it will sometimes just ignore it. So when I go to hit enter on that menu and nothing happens, I know it hasn't rebound my A on the Xbox controller to the right button. So if you're wondering how I know, when nothing happens, I'm like, oh, that makes sense to me. You love that in 6 hours she's reached level 90? Oh, that's a completely normal pace. Just like that person fidgeting in the lobby, that's totally normal. Just ignore it, it's fine. It just happens. Just stare at it, chat. Just completely normal occurrences. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and make an episode 2 game, and I'm gonna say... I'm gonna call the game Chris Rocks, because Chris is an awesome person. Say hello to Chris in the chat. We're gonna go ahead and make the game on Ultimate. So right now, it's telling me the different percentages of today's bonuses, and it says 103 for rare. But that actually means that the enemy rare chance is up. So I figure at least maybe today and maybe on Sunday, we'll give it a chance. Yeah, Chris, take your time, and whenever you're ready, we'll go in. I have to see what I have on me before we dive deep into the mission. Oh, you brought your hunter? Okay, I thought you were gonna bring your broadcast. I think it's fine either way. I don't think it matters too much. Okay, so I don't have any spares. That's kind of annoying. Whatever you are more comfortable with. But what I'm looking for is this. There we go. So this enemy area is kind of annoying. And paralysis means I can't use any of my spells, I can't attack. And it is essentially a game over for me unless I die or get another status ailment that overwrites it. So I would like to not game over and die instantly. Yeah, I'm just going to be mostly buffing Chris's character, as this character can't do a lot of damage, unfortunately, in episode 2. So we'll do a run or two, and then if we feel like it's getting stale... Yeah, I mean, you can always come back with the raw cast. I haven't started the mission. But we're going to do a run or two, see if we can get it, and if that doesn't happen, then I'll just switch characters. For sure, I will probably switch to something completely endgame. But I feel like I owe it to the chat to play the chat-created character, who totally fairly hit level 90. Very fair. Totally fair. Oh, they found Red Ring. There's a server announcement at the top of the screen. That is the best shield in the game. Let me think about this. It was... Oh, yeah, see, this is where I get confused. They have two things labeled as VR. I think I put maximum attack E VR. I think. If not, I'll know very shortly if I messed up the quest. This is very much old school. I mean, this was back in the days of the Dreamcast. So, graphics haven't changed too much, honestly. Slightly different quests, but I think this one should still be fun. So we're just looking to hunt Rappies. Oh no, this is the right quest. Good. My goal is to basically just run interference on the giant flowers so Chris can just spear them to death. And then whenever I feel I have the opportunity, I will use some AoE spells. Now, unfortunately, episode 2 kind of gears itself to be mostly expected that you have melee damage. And unfortunately, the chat-created character has absolutely no ability to do melee damage. They are just abysmal. So if you saw that weird radius effect on my character, like just then, that would normally paralyze my character. So I would basically just instantly game over there. I literally would just... Unless I had anti-paralysis or soul atomizers, which do the same thing to remove paralysis, I'm kind of done. So we're going to do that so that I can be on the first screen. Damage wise, they're not too bad. As I said before, I'm not worried about doing too much spell damage. My goal is mostly just to be the support. And I was rewarded by getting a present on screen. I think the drop chances are 1 in 1,200. It's not a high odd, from what I remember. So getting it within like the first 10 kills is kind of amusing. We'll check what that is in a second. So, as part of the Christmas event, it unlocks a new quest that I could do. Oh, you'll get it soon, Chris. One day. If not, I'll just give you one of the presents that I receive. We'll see. But essentially, there's different kinds of quests that you can do that are unlocked, and they're called the Christmas Fiascos. They're kind of like... Oh, on TV, that's bad. And those essentially are kind of like survival mission mode kind of things. Like, you can't exit once you start the mission. The only way to go back to town is to die. And... Oh no, I'm being murdered by Rappies. Help me. I'm in a Rappy loop. Get me out of here. I'm in the worst spot. Okay. I did not learn where these enemy spawns are, unfortunately. Enemy spawns are static, with some very, very rare exceptions, and those are the custom quests for the game. But speaking of custom quests, the Christmas Fiasco quests are the survival mode ones. And they guarantee that you get coal, which this game loves its currency, which we could use to trade in for presents or other sorts of items. For example, like high hit weapons. Very important to have high accuracy in this game, as pretty much every character. I almost thought that was another present. I was gonna lose it. I was gonna be like, how did I get another present? I'm gonna go ahead and open up the present and see what's in it. I got a Type SW Slicer. Lizard. Special full-time weapon, its abilities are unknown. Unfortunately, I don't think I could showcase this because I'm not a melee character. But the Type SW just means that I believe it takes on the animation of another weapon. I believe is the first part of the name, and then its second part is the actual animation, or something like that. I'll know more when I see it. I'm just gonna go ahead and resound them repeatedly. Now, I have a couple of add-ons for the game. These are not normal to see. So, for example, in the upper right-hand corner, we have the experience bar, which tells me that I'm fairly close to leveling, which is good. But in the middle is more... Oh, it could be SW for sword. You're right. That makes more sense. I could see the enemy self totals as well as the resistances. The resistances are out of 0 to 100. Technically, they could have negative, but it doesn't really do anything. So I'm using lightning. They have a 73 lightning resistance, so that's one of the better ones to use, unless I use a light attack, which is the ELT there. Yeah, otherwise I'm just kind of letting Chris have fun and showcase his power. This is now the Chris stream. Thank you again, Troy. Forgot to mention before we got into it deep. Do appreciate you stopping by and definitely for the raid. Yeah, it's definitely the Chris show right now. So what I can do here, interestingly enough, is I don't have to do damage, or at least high damage, in order to stun the Lily. And if the Lily's in the reeling back animation, it can't use its insta-kill on us, which is what that purple orb is. Makes it very deadly if you don't have good resistance to insta-kill. I love that my Resta heals almost my entire health total. I don't know whether to be happy that my MST is so high, or the mental strength score, that I can heal that much, or sad because my health total is so low that it takes like nothing to heal me. Not really sure how to take that news, honestly. Yeah, we're just gonna try this a couple times, and then if nothing happens, maybe we'll do like a... maybe we'll do a red ring run. Oh, level up, nice. 2 extra defense, 4 attack, 5 MST, 1 accuracy. Wow. I wish my ranger got that every level up. Anyway, I'm gonna stun these 2 lilies. What I can do in the meantime is I can cast a series of debuffs, and there's very little they can do about this. I'm just gonna wait for Chris to basically murder the Rappies. So, interestingly, they're white in episode 2. I don't know how often we see white Rappies in general. Usually they're yellow, as the default color. And even their episode 4 counterparts, they're yellow. I honestly thought that was another present. No, it is a Stormlaw Ninja. I have to give this to a new player. Part of the Christmas spirit, as it were, chat. I'm gonna be jiggling that stick to get out of the freeze. Goodbye. You doing 1,400 is kind of absurd. I kind of forgot how much your damage could be. Wow. Are you using Berserk Gun or something? Is that why it's doing so much? I think so. Let me go ahead and use Die Fluids to recover my TP so I can keep casting spells. Oh, it's a charge repeater. Okay. I'd like a 50-50. I couldn't see if you had the gold coin effect. I'm sure it came out fine in the stream, I just didn't notice. Gotta find that invisible trigger, there we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot fireballs everywhere to stop them from doing anything. Oh, it's a 65 hit charge repeater. Well, that is fantastic. Weirdly enough, for machine guns, hit is a more important stat than damage or its rarity. But the fact that it has charge, which is a fantastic ability where you pay money to do more damage, very literally paying to win, it is really good to have 65 hit because the special attacks normally have terrible accuracy. And normally the highest you might ever see would be 50. It's exceptionally rare to see it go over 50. The fact that you have a 65 hit on a good weapon type is pretty endgame. It's kind of impossible to top, to be honest with you. I don't think you'll ever find anything better. You're literally in probably the top 1% of repeaters. Not get bonked by the Del Ds. Excellent, excellent. I'm thinking after we do one more run, because again, I don't want to burn the chat out on it. We'll try with the Rawcast, I think, next run. But I'm trying to think what would be a good finisher for the stream. So I think I'll keep it a little short, because I think I mentioned between the stream breaks that feel slightly under the weather at the moment. Ooh, Belrosite right arm. Excellent find. You convert that into currency later. By currency, I think I mean badges. For the anniversary event. There we go. Easy kills. Go ahead and debuff all the enemies. Jellin level 29. Not quite at level 30. One day I will get the full upgrade for this character. You know what's sad? I think I'm at Mag Blast. One more hit. Yeah, I'm at Mag Blast now. Just let me know, Chris, whenever you have it. I don't think I've heard your Mag Blast go off, so I'm assuming you don't have it. Let's freeze them so you can do whatever you want to that last guy. Nice. At 87, okay, pretty close out of 100. Yeah, and I'm just gonna run interference. Hopefully I can freeze some enemies. Freezing enemies does increase his ability to hit, so he can afford to do his more powerful attacks. If I lower their defense, he very obviously hits for a ton of damage. Just thinking about it, like, what would be a good stream run end for the Christmas event? It won't be the episode 2 Christmas fiasco. We're gonna save that for the end, when we are done with the game. But eventually we should probably do the episode 1 Christmas fiasco. I just don't think today is the day to do it. Like, what would be a good alternative? I mean, I guess we could always just beat the game. Yeah, let's just do that. We'll do a TTF run. Why not? Who cares? I'll play as a serious character. Yeah, we'll do one TTF run. Who knows? Maybe we'll get Red Ring on stream. Either way, I'm happy that we're going for them. Okay, I'm just mono-fluiding up. Good to go. Hopefully these people spawn. Nice. Slightly too early. I like to put a Rabarda out there since it's the longest lasting spell I think that I can cast. So the moment I see any damage numbers appear on the enemies, it means that they're able to also be debuffed. So I can see exactly when their invincibility wears off by just doing that attack ahead of time. I could do things like that to make them easy to kill. Now the best part about this is if you're a force and you don't care about being the DPS on the team, you can just very easily just Razan people, which is the 360 lightning here, and they will never be able to attack. You just watch them whip their head back and die. What a sad existence they live for about, like 10 seconds before Charge Repeater finds them. Well, that guy just got deleted. Ooh. Hit for a ton of damage. Nice. Got the triple freeze. A lot of easy free damage for Chris. Nice. We'll go ahead and put out a Gafoli, which is also another way to tell if they've taken damage. Now, the downside to using that to tell if their damage resistance has worn off is that sometimes they can tank it and it'll do 0 damage, but that also means you can't debuff them. So I usually just prefer Rabarda in that scenario. Looks like we are not going to see the Christmas Rappy. One day, chat. One day we'll get it on stream. Now, technically what we should be doing, I think, each day is we should do at least one Christmas Fiasco event in order to get guaranteed coal. And still go for rares and everything else. But I think for today, we're just gonna do whatever we feel like, even if it doesn't make sense with the current modifiers. Thinking it doesn't make any sense. Please stop shopping me full screen. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Oh, don't make me grants. Bad enemy. Canceling my attack animation. Hello, Obloli. It would be a shame if I were to Razan you and you were not able to do anything. It would just be an absolute shame if I stun-locked the entire room from the center and Chris could just gun him down. It would be such a shame if that could happen, chat. Good thing this is a fair game and you're allowed to, you know, think of tactics that allow the enemy to have a turn. No, you gotta be fair about things. See, I'm like Oblily, just dodge the lightning, it's fine. Goodbye, all my TP. Just meanwhile, just gunning everything down, as per usual. Also kind of funny when you play the Hunter, which is meant to be the more melee-oriented class, that more often than not, you end up with just mech guns and just blow everything away. Look, giant sword, giant spear, twin machine gun. You're like, my physical strength means my bullets hurt more. And they're like, wait, but no, that's not how that should work. And you just go, shh, 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 it's PSO. Don't question it. Ooh, nice, I got a freeze. Excellent. I think it's almost time to slash lobby, which is just a quick escape from the mission command. Indeed it is. Before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some items. Dye fluid, excellent. I thought it said escape doll was there. Did I pick that up on the way by accident? Yeah, I picked it up. Oh, I picked it up, good. Escape doll is just one of the items that allows me to come back to life at full health and full TP. I might as well do that. I think that's the end of this particular mission. It's not particularly long. We did it in like 15 minutes. I think we'll try one more time with slightly different characters. And then we'll end the stream with a good old boss rush. I'll call this game Rock Spot. God. Presumably talking about Dark Souls 2, but let's not worry about that. So even with no XP bonuses, it looks like I'm probably going to level again in this quest. It's going to very quickly restock on my monofluids. That'll give Chris some time to join the game. Playing the rock spot, nice. I'm trying to think what would be the fastest clear. If I played as the Fomoral for you when you're playing the cast. Just thinking about things, chat. Blizzard sword. He's away for now. I guess I'll hold this. I have to remember to put away my crit paralysis. I need to get more of those. Not because I'm short of them, but I just don't like swapping them between accounts. Yeah. I have some decent spells in here, but nothing too crazy. ATP is not even 500, that's pretty bad. I think most characters attempting this difficulty would be at least at 800 by now. Rock spot has been deployed. Well, time to very quickly clear this mission. If I can select the correct one. Do one more. Slight level difference. I'm level 91. He's level 188. He's got 2,000 health. I have 837. I have 1,998 TP. He is 0. We're just very similar characters. I could be mistaken for him, you know, if he just turns sideways. Got the same stats, same build. I just need to imitate washing machine noises. You'll never know it was me. Sure, Chris loves the chunga 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 every time the Rockhouse walks around. Oh, those poor brass assassins. They can't deal with spread needle and all this nonsense. Anyway, time to freeze them, I guess. Why not? I'm not even gonna attack debuff them. I think you got this. I'm just gonna lower their defense. This is fine. These guys I will debuff though, because they have a chance of reaching me. Oh wait, you have Confused Trap, never mind. They have a very slim chance of ever doing damage again. I'm just gonna casually die fluid as you destroy the wave. You got this, Chris. I don't need to press any more buttons. Victory was already decided. Nice. Sped that up very slightly by killing one enemy early. Spread Needle has a limited number of enemies you can strike. I believe it's 5. But there were 6 enemies that spawned, so one of them was still at full health. I almost did the same mistake as last time, but I escaped the Rappy circle, so I'm not dead. Oh, that enemy's so dead. It's not even fair. I'm just gonna melee, just to disrespect. Nothing worth going back for. While I'm walking, I'll menu. Gotta save those frames, chat. Hoping for the freeze here. Didn't get it. Oh, but I killed with it, though. Oh, I should be leveling up maybe on this wave. I'm not sure. But I'm pretty close. Wow, I just do so little damage. That's so sad. I'm doing only like 200 a cast instead of like 450 or more. What would be ideal. Oh well. Oh, I didn't actually level from that. Interesting. I am 2 kills from leveling. Also, I realized why I keep using grants. That is not the normal button I put Resond on. Makes so much sense to me now. 5 attack power and 6 MST, 2 defense. It's like the best level up this character has ever had. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, that somehow didn't hit me. You know what? We'll take it. I didn't even dodge the insta-kill. There's like deer in the headlight syndrome. I just saw the big shiny approaching me. I just embraced death. But it missed me. I must have stepped sideways slightly before I stopped moving. Oh, that is an annoyingly close enemy. Please get off of me. Nice. No rare lilies or rare Rappies, but hey, it's BSO. Can't always expect to strike gold every time you go on a mission. Get off of me. Stop that. Stop that. There we go. We'll let Chris handle this with his big ol' spread needle. Goodbye, enemies. Ooh, I picked up evade material. People that play the game, it's kind of infamous. It's one of the worst materials in the game. Actually, it is the worst material in the game. I take that back. It's pretty useless. Nice. Just found a photon drop, which is useful for trading in the in-game shop for certain rares. In particular, I think it could give you things like magical heart key or key piece. I forget the exact name. That allows him to make super wands. For example, I'm using magical piece, and that's one of the combinations that I use on a force. It could also lead to things like components needed to merge the barriers to get elemental barriers that boost different technique damage, or if you're still kind of early in the game, I suppose there's like the Monkey King bar, which is it's like a double weapon. And has pretty high ATP. Nice, I got 2008 TP. Excellent. That freeze was nasty. Goodbye. I will just take the claw in the face. Step 1. Oh, I'm doing a little trick. I don't know if I've ever really talked about that. I died. Well, I'm glad I have escaped all. I don't know how the other guy shot me from there. I thought he was targeting you. Get wrecked. The one thing I was going to say is that whenever you get knocked down in this game, you can actually buffer mans while you rise. So I'm actually going into the item menu and purposely selecting a heal, for example, so that the literal frame that I'm able to act, it will instantly heal. And that is really crucial to getting out of certain enemy attack combos. Because if you try to use Cure Magic, it's a little slow, so it can end up having you get... could have you be struck again, excuse me, when you're trying to escape. It could be kind of like a semi-infinite, where every time you heal, you get struck. Whereas doing the frame-perfect heal on something with no animation, aka consuming an item, means in one frame, you both heal and escape the combo. Do whatever you want. Very key thing to know on higher difficulties. Lower difficulties, I don't think it matters. But for me, that could be the difference between being at full health or having some other bonuses. Hello, Lily. See all the apes fall down more or less at once on the mini-map. So easy speed clear. Come on, Santa Rappy. You could do it. Just for the chat, you can do it. Yeah, I think before we do our final run of the night, I want to check one thing. I think White ID is okay to run. I mean, Viridian is also good. I forget what ID your cast is. I should know this by now. I don't remember if it's green or sky, but I'll just look at your chest and understand in a moment. Looks like you are Sky ID. Okay. That is the plus side. You can just kind of walk up to a character and understand just by looking at them. Whether or not they'll be useful. So White ID, I think, will get guaranteed Red Ring. It also gets Disc of Brave Man. I think it's slightly worse than me bringing in Viridian, but honestly, Fomarl is kind of fun. I feel like that's a character class that nobody plays, and she is probably my favorite single-player character. Just because she could get level 30 debuffs and buffs, and her attack power is sort of high. Not to mention that females in the game can just wield much better weapons overall compared to males. The difference is the males just have better stats in general, unfortunately. So if you don't have good equipment, the female characters could be a little rough to play as at the end game. I don't know why I bothered glancing at him. I'm like, he's not going to survive long enough for Grant to actually trigger. It's already over. I walked into that. I'm not even gonna blame the game. That was me. Oh, no Santa Rappy. That would have been so amazing. Rest in peace to the dream. I mean, at least we got a present, I suppose. Not a useful item, but at least we could show off that that exists, and that confirms that it is the Christmas event. Also, this wave is kind of terrible to debuff them. Oh, they hit me out of range of the other guy. How dare they? What's that? Ooh, that's a moment where I could have considered using a Dimate. Probably should have. Game really wanted me to pick up that item. That was a little scary. I did like step slightly to make sure I still passed. But we're good now. Poor lilies. If only I could do damage to the multiplayer. Oh well. Rest in peace, the dream. I will say, though, Ephinea does make the Force a lot better. Excuse me. Compared to the original PSO Rebirth / the Dreamcast version / the GameCube version. Just because damage canceling was a very annoying thing, I really don't like it as a gimmick. I'm glad they removed it. Because essentially before, if Chris had been using the machine gun, that would take priority over everything in the game, and I would never be able to damage the enemy. So at least I can still hurt people while he's using the machine gun. But yeah, kind of dumb. So if you had characters like that would spam, for example, the spinning fireball, it would not be super useful. Because it would stop the people that actually do solid damage from doing anything. I just realized I can't unequip this and give this to another character. What a shame. I guess I will remember to do that later. I'm going to switch over to probably my Fomoral. And we're going to go ahead and just dump on the final boss of the game, or at least for episode 1. I'm going to C-Bank and then Lobby. Actually, not even Lobby. I need to quit the game. Oh well. Worth a try. I think I'll go ahead and create, since I should still be White ID. If I'm not White ID, I need to contemplate what character I should play. Either way, I think I'm going to make the game. She's Pink ID. That's right, I got rid of my White ID. Ooh. I have to think about this, chat. Hold on. Pink ID is not good for this. One second. I need to consult the guide. Yeah, I forgot I did that earlier because I was going for rares. I mean, it made sense because I wanted Pink ID, but for this, it doesn't make any sense. The acceptable IDs for doing this kind of run would be white, red, sky, green, or Meridian. I mean, I guess we could technically do a sky run. It's just there's kind of nothing. I mean, you know what? I won't play the Fomoral. I thought she was White ID. I don't feel like fixing her. We'll do it later. I'll play Fomar. Who I feel like is also not honestly all that played. I think both are sufficient. Yeah, I was so used to that character being White ID. I was trying to remember why I did it, and then I remembered that there's items in episode 2 you can only get with Pink ID. And it makes sense because that's what I was doing to solo with earlier. So that's fine. We'll go with the flow, as it were. The game will be called Rocks Too Cool with a K. Excellent. I have a sniper rifle, so I think I am good to go. Just gotta check my... Well, I even have Cure Freeze. That saves me so much time. Ooh, I'm maxed out on material, so I'll start the quest, but I need to go dump this item. We're gonna do the infamous boss rush stage in this game, Towards the Future. Now, I won't be doing as much damage as the Fomoral, funny enough, but I think the damage from this character is okay. Passable. Ideally, I think I would also want to wield an Excalibur, which I don't have on this character, but I could use the Asteron Belt. It's not as good as the Excalibur, but I think that could work on certain bosses. I'll put my shift to 20 in this share bag. Swap it here. Easy peasy, chat. Heavenly Power, Heavenly Body. I think I'm okay as is. I think my crit is maxed, which is the luck score. Indeed it is. 961 attack power is not insignificant on a force. Especially since I don't even think I'm armed. Or at least if I am, it's not with anything interesting. Oh, game, come on, let me cancel. I know my inventory is full. Let me out. Here we go. So we'll do this as is. Actually, I should sell 2 items before I go further. Oh, I don't need any of these. That makes it easy. So anyway, we're pretty similar in level. I'm 182, he's 188. I probably won't die, but I'm not gonna say won't die ever, as there is the final boss of this episode who can still get kills on players. Not impossible. Uh-oh, I don't see Chris in the next area. Oh no, I thought he was here. Well, speaking of not dying. Uh-oh. Chris is still not here. I might actually die. There we go. Oh, did you think we didn't accept the quest or something? 'Cause I thought you were in here before me. That's why I was like, oh, I'll just walk in. Fine. It's okay. I have to apologize. I think I understood. Yeah, because I was like, oh, I'll just let Chris shoot the first enemy and we'll leave the room. And I'm like, wait a minute. He's not here. Rest in peace. Anyway, I didn't die, so we're fine. Oh, you were still dealing with items. Got it. I should have checked. I thought you were walking towards the port for some reason. You probably just walked past me. I wasn't paying attention. So I will blame myself. Let us go through this and Asteron Belt. I'm secretly a melee. I am definitely not a mage. Man, that accuracy is atrocious. Yeah, green ID is pretty solid here. I think this character used to be a red ID. I think both are pretty good for Force. I like red ID just because it's set up for Nidra more cleanly. But green ID is a pretty good second. So I will probably leave him as green. But I definitely need a white mage at some point, for sure. That is kind of unacceptable to me to not have white ID. That one can be basically used in every episode. So I don't have to worry about my items as much. It's kind of like the safe pick. I love you, invincibility. Oh, this poor boss. Invincible while it goes into phase 2. We can rack up some funny damage on the enemy. Well, speaking of which, I should probably use Chain Lightning. Now, if I manage to strike him in the frame he stops moving, I can actually do a crazy amount of damage to him. So he managed to lift off, but he didn't get very far. Goodbye, Dragon Boss. Guess I'll just walk all over your cutscene. There we go. Do my little bow. Trap Vision. What a terrible boss drop. Literally items you could get at normal difficulty. What a waste. Anyway, let's move on. Ignore those disappointing drops. Yeah, I don't even bother checking the weapons anymore, to be honest. There's nothing I want from them. Even if they somehow roll with 50 hit, there's like no way it'll be useful. I'm gonna go ahead and trigger the optional enemy here. This mission has an interesting component to it where you can either kill every enemy to advance the room, or there are very specific enemies that either could be forcefully spawned by going into hidden areas, or maybe they come in the starting wave, and once you kill them, you can just ignore the rest of the enemies and continue. I realize I might not have pure paralysis, so I think I need you to kill him. I'll get some pot shots in though. Do I have a weapon strong enough to deal with him? Next room, maybe? I missed every shot? Well, at that rate, the answer is oh! I actually killed him, okay. I used the special Bringer's Rifle to put him at the health that would make him commit suicide, because the lilies do that for some reason. So, I will take that free win. Speaking of free... Beautiful damage, chat. Another evade material. Hurts the soul, chat. And just say it could literally have been almost anything else that would have been useful, unless it's Trap Vision. Trap Vision is the ultimate troll, for sure. So we're waiting for that key enemy to spawn. And with that, we're able to go straight to the boss. How's our buffs doing? 5 minutes. I think we're okay. Got Astron Belt, so I could probably rack up some damage on the boss. Not quite as good as an Excalibur, but should be okay. Decent synergy with Spread Needle, nothing else. Because I can hit basically the same number of targets. Now we're gonna pray for invincibility. I got invincibility, nice. It should target me over Chris, because I have less health. So it makes sense for me to be there. I will try to body block the laser. Yeah, see, it's targeting me instead of Chris there. Anyway, that was the boss fight. Hope you enjoyed the boss fight. Unfortunately, when it targets the only invincible party member and we have high DPS equipped, kind of nothing the boss can do. Now, that could have been a Holy Ray drop from the boss, by the way, which is an amazing item. The game said no. Rest in peace. One day we will get another Holy Ray, and it'll have like 50 hit or something silly. I guess I should be switching the magical piece. Most of the things here are weak to fire. And I can always stack fireballs here for the next wave. Yeah, case in point. That gives Chris more time to Spread Needle. Excellent. I'm just slowly buffering more fireballs for the next wave. Because as long as they don't instantly touch them while they're spawning and they move towards the enemy, we should be good to go. Case in point, those guys should get hit by all those fireballs. Indeed they did. Wow, I managed to get the Red Sinnoh to not fight me on my screen. I don't know where he is on Chris's screen. I guess he's dead. I guess that answers where he is on Chris's screen. The enemies can become desync between players because this game doesn't have the best multiplayer adaptation. So on Chris's screen, he walked forward to the door and presumably the enemy dropped down and charged him. But on my screen, he decided to disappear because I was too far away to draw aggression. So the game was like, surely there is nobody to fight, so I must disappear. And then he just got frozen repeatedly over and over. So having played the game before, I could assess what had really happened. Reality is somewhere in between. Chris's reality is true, while my reality is also true. Oh, I got really excited. I heard a rare sound, and then it was just this. Get baited. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next room. I'm gonna give Chris a moment to join me. Make sure not to trigger this before he's ready. Come to me, Chris. They're not worth it. They don't drop anything. I'm moving into the next room. Maybe some dye fluids while I'm here. Now that Chris is there, I'm gonna let him handle the enemy that spawns in the middle. Maybe Bringer's Rifle would be the best choice here. We have to get cool, according to Chris. All order. We've spawned this enemy. And we could technically leave the room. But we're a green ID. This is actually a fight worth doing, if we could kill them. Well, I'm gonna start buffering fireballs to hit enemies as they spawn. Now, as I said before, some enemies will take 0 damage if you hit them before they're technically vulnerable. But these enemies, for whatever reason, don't spawn with any iframes, so as soon as they're able to be targeted, they just take the damage. So they took over 1,000 damage almost instantly. And then I can buffer fireballs for the next wave. That's fair. That's really fair. 100% fair. All that damage they just took. That just makes Chris's job way easier. He does not have to worry about anywhere near as much health to deal. And obviously, if we had more players, like if we had a 3rd ranger, for example, another present. Okay, well, what's in the present this time? It's a photon drop. Nice. All the presents today, apparently. One day, Chris will get his own. It'll be hard-earned. Oh no, I need to equip the right weapon. Unequip. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna debuff them so Chris can deal more damage. Perfect. I'm gonna walk forward and probably Bringer's Rifle this enemy. Well, anyway, that enemy is dead, so I'm just gonna unequip it and Chain Lightning. And Chain Lightning again. There we go. And I'm just gonna run to the exit. Goodbye. Do not have to fight any of these people. Do not want. Technically, we could get a Kasami Bracer by fighting the ring of floating robots that spawns after this, but not worth our time. I'm gonna go ahead and equip the Bringer's Rifle, and actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to stick to Chain Lightning and pray. That sounds like a better strategy. So I'm hoping the monitor will be synced with me. If I see it behind Chris, I hope it's actually there. It might not be. Case in point, it was behind me. These syncs are evil. Unfair. The game actually lied to me where he really was. Rest in peace. What? Why didn't Chain Lightning work there? That was weird. This should work though. Chain Lightning is just there to stun lock him a bit longer and allow Chris to get some top shots in. I don't know what's happening. His sound effect is playing that he was moving, but he was clearly not moving. So he's desynced even on my own screen. He's just doing things that don't make any sense. Also, that was not meant to be grants. Alright, what I'm gonna do is that because he's behaving very erratically, I'm gonna throw out some Gafoes to get the initial stun. That'll buy me some time. And that was apparently enough to kill him. I'm gonna rebuff Chris while this is happening. And I'll switch to... Well, I sit Spear. I should have selected Gun there. I guess Spear is also okay against the boss. So Spread Needle will absolutely wreck this boss. Every single arm, every single face that the boss has does enhanced damage. I'm basically just here to shoot and just do very minor damage. Occasionally heal Chris, I guess. Pew, pew, pew. Got it. I'm gonna Gafoe, so that way some of the boxes pop early. Heal Chris. Actually, you know what's funny? I think the boss can technically drop a present. Okay. Well, I guess I will just go pick up another Photon Drop and Escape Doll. What a series of drops from this room. And a Dimate and a Tri-Fluid. Wow. This room was absolutely loaded for me. Ridiculous. Best boss room so far. I am having all the luck today, apparently. I need almost 1,000,000 XP to level. I always check that out of habit, even though it's in the upper right. I just pay attention to the progress bar. That's about it. Well, I'm gonna take some serious damage. Ooh, he took some of my TP, but that's okay. That enemy can be very scary in multiplayer. Okay, I'm gonna open the menu and hope I juke them and make it to the enemy without getting hit. I juked them, good. Strategy successful. I didn't take it in the face. Consider that a win. Well, that enemy's dead, so I'm just going to slowly make my way towards Rock Spawn. The enemies are spinning in circle on my screen. I have no idea what they're doing. Probably gonna heal Chris in a moment. I just have to get... Oh, that enemy got pulled down. Should be fine here. I don't even know what's hitting Chris. Literally, it looked like you were getting hit by the air. I'm assuming one of them that was supposed to be following you. I guess the guy that went to me was supposed to be following you is a better way to phrase that. Those desyncs are real. I'm gonna go ahead and just gear up real quick. I'm gonna unequip my weapons because I want to use Rabarda on the first phase. These invincibility. I got invincibility again? Okay. Oh, Chris did too. That's good. I like that on my screen I have less invincibility than you because I loaded into the area first. So you actually have more invincibility than I do on this fight. At least the first phase. It's kind of funny. Too fast. So our goal is to, apparently HH, but it is to find the actually targetable spinners. They have a visual cue. They have little pink exposed cores when they can be damaged. The other ones can't be damaged, and it'll rotate through... Oh, you died. That's not good. And you just kind of rotate through them slowly. The ones that are targetable will change. The game will make sure there's always at least some that you can kill by refreshing it at that point. Nice, I think I got a triple kill right at the end, so that sped it up. So I'm gonna have to buff Chris in order to make sure he does some damage. Now my worst gauge is still only at about 80, which is not ideal. Oh, it's only 73 actually, it's even worse. So I need to get to 100 Mag Blast at some point. And Chris could just focus on boss weapons. I'll deal with the spinners, I think, for now. If he wants to use his bang bang guns, I think now would be good. Okay, I mean, if the boss wants to put me there, I'm not gonna say no. I use Rebarda to deal with the spinners. Chris can just focus on mech gun. Oh, I tried resting just before the next phase. So here we go. The power of RNG, my least favorite boss phase, and possibly boss in general, right here. I do not like this boss fight at all. At least this portion of it. It's so nonsense how RNG it is. So I cannot do anything unless the boss decides to do a slow attack. Doing another quick attack. I'm hoping we see it rise and then fall. I managed to debuff it at least. Give Chris more of a chance to hurt it. Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, now it does the slow attack. Whatever, game. Whatever. So if I'm a force, that damage I just dealt is the only damage opportunity I have against the boss. It is absolutely abysmal and kind of unfun. Hey, I got Mag Blast gauge. Hopefully it does the slow attack here. It did not. I have Mag Invincibility, so I'm just gonna tank this. And probably heal Chris whenever he gets struck. Ooh, 1350 should be enough to survive one attack. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just try to walk up and debuff the boss here. And if the boss happens to target me, then whatever. So the most important thing is I get this debuff for Chris, because lowering the boss's defense is so big and crucial in this fight. Got it. And I'm gonna start walking towards Chris. I have Mag Blast. I might actually use it to dodge the lasers. Depends on what the boss does. Oh, boss went towards me. Okay. Are we getting a long phase? Okay. Use it. Use it. 3, 2, 1, using. Oh, stream delay. Oh, the stream delay. I should have thought about it. My bad. I should have counted to 10. Yeah, that delay is real. It's okay, though. On my screen, you are stuck posing. Here we go. Yeah, it was off by like a second. I should have counted slower as well. You can blame me for that. It's fine. We don't need the super bomb. Gotta chip at the boss. That did an insane amount of damage. Wow, we might even just skip the whole final phase, honestly, at this rate. Pretty solid. I'll heal Chris as he takes it in the face for me. Thank you for body blocking. I should stand. Oh, I don't have enough health to stand that. Huh. Well, I'm fully ready to die via Chris. I'm just gonna spam heal. Just do damage. Oh, he mercied me. Or are we desynced with the invincibility as well? Oh, that's scary. I almost survived. Oh no! Oh no! I'm so lucky I escaped all. Because the death blow was while I was dead. Oh no! I hope I still get the XP. I hope I still get the XP. Oh no! Please give me the XP. Oh, I got the XP. Okay, that's all that matters. Close call. Chris murdered me by shooting the me that was inside the boss. Yeah, that desync on the boss invincibility was kind of intense, I'm not gonna lie. Because I had no idea when you were going to fire. On my screen, you were firing almost every single time it was invincible. That's why I was really confused. So for people watching, it's... the players are supposed to be in sync. You're just too deadly, it's true. You're just a giant killing machine, you can't help it. Wow, we beat that in 19 minutes and 5 seconds with the death. And that includes the pause after the boss kill. So technically we killed the boss sub 18. Technically. The boss animation for death is ridiculously long. I think it's like 20 seconds or something. So pretty solid. Rest in peace, escape doll I picked up. I'm also glad I picked that up, by the way, because I think if I didn't pick that up, I would have not gotten the XP. Or a chance at items, because I would have been dead. Yeah, that was literally the only escape doll I had on me. I got really lucky there. That would have been like, no XP, no item for you. Your run was meaningless. Suffer, mortal. No, I don't want to deposit God fluids. So I'm gonna go ahead and junk that awful, awful sniper rifle we picked up. I'm not even gonna bother identifying it, it's just trash. So what did we learn? Desync is real. Stream delay is real. Count slower. Possibly ask for a ready check before I go in there. Those are all things I should do if we're not directly in a Discord. Makes sense, what you do in other games. I'll blame me being tired / not feeling 100% well. We'll call it that. Actually, were there only 2 deaths? How many deaths were there? Yeah, just 2 deaths. 2 deaths was A rank? Okay, sure. Meanwhile, I think we died 4 times as the Pomarl, and it's like, you got an S! Don't fully understand their grading system. I guess it must be partially level-based or something. I don't know. Absolute madness, chat. But I think for now, I'm gonna stop here. And hopefully next time we'll show off more Christmassy kind of events. I'm thinking we'll probably do Christmas Fiasco episode 1. And that'll be like a good solid 2-hour run, probably. So we'll probably start the Sunday stream with that, and then move on to other things. But for now, chat, I think this is where I will say goodbye to the stream. I don't think I have anything to really talk about, but I guess I could put in Let's Chat for now. So... this weekend should still be Tales of Ephinea. We'll be playing PSO in the beginning of the morning on Sunday. And hopefully we will continue to see good rare chance. I think it might change the rare bonus on Sunday afternoon. We'll see where it goes from there. And then starting on Monday for the rest of the week, except for maybe Tuesday. I think Tuesday I might have to cancel. We'll be playing a lot of PSO, and we'll be playing things like Hades, and if it makes sense, we'll probably do the Streets of Rage remake. I have to figure out what day makes the most sense for it. I definitely want Chris to be free for it. But we're also kind of advancing far in Hades, so it might make sense to just complete the story of that. But we'll see. I don't want to put too much of a gap in Hades, but sparing an hour or an hour and a half for Streets of Rage remake might not be bad. And doing that plus Hades could also be fine, versus doing PSO on a Thursday, for example. But I think for now, chat, that's all I have to really say. So thank you for joining. Thank you again, Chris, for playing alongside me in PSO. Hopefully you had a good time. We'll make sure to get you some presents in the future. If nothing else, I could just give you the photon drop that I received, because it is useful for most players. But for now, I think it's safe to say that I had a good time, you had a good time, we completed Shadow Hearts. We'll see where the sequel takes us. But for now, I hope you have a good day or a good night, depending on the time zone.